Welcome, everyone, to Stocks to Watch, our exclusive one-on-one series with executives to help you make informed investment decisions. I'm Ashley Berry, and we're welcoming Surge Battery Metals Chairman and Director, Graham Harris. Surge Battery Metals develops high-grade lithium claystones in Nevada. They're committed to responsible sourcing and sustainable practices, making them an industry leader in this new era of mining for made-in-America battery metals. In fact, the management team has a proven track record of wealth creation for investors, including the development of several world-class lithium projects that were subsequently sold for more than $1.2 billion. Surge Battery Metals is trading on the TSXV as NILI, the OTCQB as NILIF, and on the Frankfurt Exchange as DJ5C. It is a pleasure to speak with you today, Graham.
Well, thanks for having me.
So this really is a significant topic as the global lithium market has experienced exponential growth, with lithium demand from battery EVs expected to only increase tenfold by, I gather, 2023. So our viewers who are hearing about Surge Battery Metals for the first time, perhaps you can briefly describe your company's journey and what really distinguishes it from its competitors in this space.
Oh, thanks, Ashley. As you mentioned, we've had some success in this lithium space over the last 10 years. We sold our last company, Millennial Lithium, for $500 million to Lithium Americas. And when we were looking at other projects to get involved with, one really stood out head and shoulders above all the others, and that was the Nevada North property, which is 100% owned by Surge Battery Metals. And when my team, my lithium team, did a deep dive into the story, we really tried to poke a hole in the story because the grades were just phenomenal and almost to the point they were too good to be true. But, after a deep dive and technical analysis, we couldn't poke a hole in this. And my team encouraged me to get involved, and I became chairman in June of this year. And it's been about 100 miles an hour ever since, as we've latched on to another world-class lithium discovery right here in Nevada in the US of A.
Well, congratulations on your new role. I can assume that it's very, very busy for you. You mentioned the Nevada North Lithium project. Maybe you can provide more of an overview of this project and share really what attracted you to invest in it.
Yeah, Ashley, I appreciate that. What attracted us, like I mentioned earlier, was the grade. The grade of this deposit is significantly higher than other claystones in North America, and it really stood out. The grades are 3 to 4 times higher than most of the competitors. Average grade of a lithium claystone deposit is around 1,000 ppm. They drilled 7 holes in 2020-22 on this project and returned the average grade of 3,400 ppm. So the grades were exceptional, and that's what really sets it apart and what really encouraged us to get involved in this project.
Yeah, absolutely. Sounds significant. Maybe you can expand a little bit on the focus. Is it solely on lithium for this project, or are there other minerals you're looking at, and maybe what opportunities do you see in those markets?
Yeah, no, it's 100% focused on the lithium. There are some byproducts, but none that will be of any value. And most of the cases in lithium extraction, it's not just mining; it's a chemical engineering process. And that's what's key, is to be able to separate the lithium from the claystones. And we've done some preliminary analysis on this project, and it shows that the lithium extraction is amenable to sulfuric acid, and that's a positive as well. So early indications are that we can extract the lithium, and the early indications are there's a lot of it.
Fantastic. So let's talk about next steps for the project. And is there any specific timelines you can share?
Yeah, this year we've been drilling under what they call a notice of intent. That's really the first phase of exploration that you get in Nevada. It allows for a 5-acre disturbance, so we've been limited in terms of where we can drill. So it's nothing short of exceptional that in that 5-acre disturbance we've been able to uncover such a great deposit. The next stage, it's all building towards going forward to what they call a plan of operation. And that plan of operation will allow for much more unlimited drilling, and will be able to even further expand on the results we've had to date. And to get there, what we have to achieve is, submitting the environmental studies, the cultural studies, and the hydrological studies, all the studies that go into allowing the Bureau of Land Management to approve the next stage of development.
Mm-hmm. Fantastic. So maybe you could outline a little bit some of the key ESG standards that you uphold for this project. And I'm also curious to hear how receptive the community is there in Nevada.
Yeah, I mean, as you can see, the project is behind me. That is a picture of the project, and we're not talking, about an area like river runs through or people are fly fishing and it's pristine wilderness. It's scrub. I mean, it's scrubland at its finest. So there's not a high value that people attribute to this acreage. So in terms of cattle ranching and grazing, it's very poor. So and we don't have any communities within 50 miles of us. So it's really barren land. We've had a lot of positive feedback from people around us, being the ranchers in particular. They're allowed to graze their cattle on this land. There's not many of them because, as you can see, there's not a lot of great grazing opportunities. But to answer your other question about ESG, we're fully committed. I mean, one of the the important features of the plan of operation, like I mentioned, was your environmental studies, your cultural studies, your hydrological studies. We take these very seriously because if we don't, we're not going to be able to advance this project. And we're fortunate that this isn't a high value target. Like I said, it's scrubland, so we don't foresee any big environmental concerns. There's no red flags. We don't have any to date. We've been doing cultural studies. We haven't had any red flags raised there as well. So we're fairly confident going forward that the process, we shouldn't have too many problems when we submit for that plan of operation.
Well, Graham, I really appreciate you giving a lay of the land and explaining the proximity of the community and the support there, not to mention the fact that the cattle can still graze in that area. Me as an animal lover, love to hear that. So, you have a long history of successful projects in your belt, you and your management team. I have to ask, what really excites you the most about this particular project?
Yeah, I've been fortunate. It's not me. It's the team. It's the team behind me. It's like baseball or football or anything. It's any success is team based, and I'm fortunate that I have the right people behind me that can analyze the project and encourage me to have the confidence in the project going forward to raise the capital, because that's what I do. I raise the money, but I can't raise the money unless I believe in the project. And the team behind me has me believing big time in this project. And what's, like I said, set it apart was the grade. And now what's really exciting us in the team is through this year's drilling and exploration work, what's become very apparent is not just the grade, but it's also big. The size is much bigger than we thought it could be. And that's what gets us out of bed in the morning. We're quite excited about it.
Oh, fantastic. So, talking to current shareholders, potential shareholders, any concluding remarks you'd like to say for them to maybe invest in your company or keep the faith on all the great work you're doing?
Yeah, I appreciate that, Ashley. I mean, it's cyclical. Okay. I mean, it took me 5 years to develop Millennial Lithium from scratch to the successful M&A point. And it's going to take us some time here. So I encourage investors to be patient. We've had a big pullback in the overall lithium space. So, our company, the stock had a good run. It's pulled back, and I think it offers excellent value at this level for people to, have a look at it and make that long-term investment. If you believe in the future of EVs and the future of lithium, and the fact that we will need a domestic lithium source in America, I believe you should have a really good look at Surge Battery Metals and consider an investment at this point.
Really appreciate it. Graham Harris, Surge Battery Metals Chairman and Director. Thank you so much for your time, for sharing your really important story here on Stocks to Watch. And of course, we look forward to hearing additional exciting updates from you soon.
Thank you very much, Ashley.